morning, boys. I wanted to talk to you about the fact that last night the Board of Trustees accepted my resignation as Principal of the College, effective at the end of the year. And I couldn't be prouder to talk about it this morning than following the two presentations we just had, because if there are two directions this college has taken in the last 10 years while I've been Principal that I'm really proud about, is one is that we have become the face of a multicultural 21st century New Zealand, and you have been educated to be members of that society, and we've seen that in that wonderful speech from Jared this morning. And the second is that we're trying to educate you in a reimagining, rethinking of what religious belief and belief in God means in a world where our understandings of the cosmos cause us to question, cause us to think about co-creation with our God when our planet is at risk. And actually, if we aren't kaitiaki of it, if we don't take care of it, it's endgame for all of us. And what does that challenge us to think about, to believe about, to have faith in terms of God as creator? And those are both challenging things to do in an education system, and we've seen them both demonstrated this morning in both presentations. I've done 10 years as a principal, 5 years prior to that as deputy principal. When I was appointed, I was the first female principal of a boys' Catholic school in New Zealand, and one of only two female principals of all boys' schools in New Zealand, the other being Hamilton Boys High. So it was a pretty courageous thing for the brothers and the board to do at the time. And you see a lot of negative press at times about men and males and boys and teenage boys. What I would have to say is the decade that I've had leading this institution, which is an institution for males, a school for boys, has been a pleasure. I've loved every moment of it. I thought it was going to be all right. And you have been a fantastic group of boys to work with. There's been, more than you boys, a number of years of boys go through. Sometimes you're challenging, but always you have been affectionate and loyal and fun and fine young men. And I know the school is poised to go forward for the next decade with a new leader. And you need to understand you have a wonderful staff. The reputation of this staff and the work that they are doing in education out in the Christchurch educational community and the New Zealand educational community is exceptional. They are leading the way around future education so that you're educated in a way that equips you for the world you go into. So I've given the board plenty of time because it takes a while to appoint a new principal, and they will do it over the next 2 terms so that the person is in place for the start of next year. And I'm going to really enjoy the next 2 terms with you, and we'll talk more about it at the end of the year. But in the meantime, that's what's happening, and I wish the board well for their appointment. I just want you to know it's been a real privilege to have this job, and I want to enjoy the next 2 terms with you, and I'll finish up at prize giving and at the end of the year. Thank you.